What up, YouTube? This your boy, Trucker Named Jay, checking in. Want to come with you with an update on what's going on. For those who don't know, I'm pretty sure you know. I announced that I was going back to Swift Transportation, leaving my job at the port, which I've already left. At Great Wide RJR. Don't ever go there, they suck. Anyways, I'm back home. I went up to Swift on Monday and got sent back home Monday. Shit crazy, man. What happened? Why am I home? Why did Swift send me home? Well, here's what happened. Okay, went up there, orientation. You know, I already know all the people there. I've been through this orientation already. So they know me, you know. Oh, you came back, blah, 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 blah. You know, met a couple of cats in orientation. Some knew me, some didn't. You know, it was chilling. Went to do the DOT physical. I'm thinking, see, here's the thing. I know I may not have lost a lot of weight. Definitely not as much as I want to. But I have been making healthier lifestyle choices. You know what I mean? Like as far as food I eat, stuff I drink, or stuff I stopped drinking. And trying to work on my blood pressure and just my overall health. You know what I mean? On top of, I done did this sleep study. And, you know, the sleep study came to show that I had sleep apnea. And therefore, I had to get the Cpap machine. You know what I mean? This is, you know, for those who were subscribed to my old channel, this is old news to those who may not have been subscribed. Yeah, I have sleep apnea, and I sleep with a Cpap machine. I'll do a video on that sooner or later. So what happened was, went in for the DOT. And normally, the biggest thing that's giving me problems at previous DOTs is the thing that I stress over. My blood pressure. You know what I mean? My blood pressure has been historically high. It was the reason it took me so long to get into trucking. I wanted to go to trucking back in 2015, but ended up then going into 2016 because I was working on getting my blood pressure down. But went into the DOT physical, man. Went in, they did my weight, my vision, sat me down for the blood pressure. And lo and behold, on the very first try, 184/84. Now, is this still high? Absolutely. You know what I mean? Am I still gonna strive to be healthier and to get my blood pressure lower? Absolutely. But for me, that was just such a big relief, man, because I promise y'all, man, every time I went to get my blood pressure taken, they've had to take it at least 4 times. You know, they'll do it with the machine, then they'll switch it to the manual way where they do it by hand. You know, and eventually, after the 4th time, it get barely down to the, you know what I'm saying? So on the first go around, for that joint to be 184/84, man, I was so relieved. I just sat there and I just smiled and laughed, man. Like, this joint finna be a breeze, you know what I mean? This DOT finna be a breeze. Everything else checks out, man, right? And I'm sitting there in the room. You know, they do the joint, hold me, make me cough, all that. You know, make sure I can bend, squat, all that. You know what I mean? That bullshit, walk on your heels, your toes, this, that, and the third. So I get on the joint. They was like, yeah, just we want to check your readings for your Cpap. And once we check that, you know, you should be clear for a 1-year card. Well, this is a big deal for me because I haven't had a 1-year card since like June. Well, my last 1-year card expired back in June. Then I had a 6-month card. That's when they first tried to make me do the sleep study and this, that, and the third, woody whoop. And then when I came back to Swift, they gave me a 3-month card. And then I left, and then it was whatever, back and forth, whatever. We did all that. But so I was like, for me, a 1-year card, and for me, a 1-year card is the reason that's so dope is because that's the best that I can get. I can't get a 2-year card. This hoodie is ridiculously big, which is why you see all this like air going through in here. Like, that's not my body. I'm not that big. But because I have blood pressure that's controlled by medication, and because I do have a Cpap, the highest they'll ever give me is a 1-year card, which is fine. 1 year is better than the 6 month, better than the 30-day, for damn sure. So they come back in, we get my readings. They tell me that I haven't been on my Cpap, because I just got my Cpap in November. Reason why it took me so long to get my Cpap, because I don't have insurance. Yeah, should I have insurance? Yeah, whatever. What are you going to do? So because I paid cash for my Cpap, my shit was like $575. I didn't get it to November because, you know, other household bills or whatever. And, you know, being local, I wasn't making the ridiculously large checks that I was accustomed to as an OTR mentor. Now, don't get me wrong, I was making good money as local, but I wasn't making no $1,700, $1,800, $1,900, $2,000 checks that I would be capable of making as an OTR mentor, running my student like a team with company or lease. But so what happened from that point was they said I hadn't had it long enough, so they needed a 90-day reading. Well, I haven't had a 90 days. Well, we'll look at your 30-day reading. Well, according to the 30-day reading, I wasn't compliant. And when they say I wasn't compliant, it's a certain amount of days in the previous 30 days that they had to see showing that I've used the machine at least 4 hours. 4 hours a night. And I'm like, that don't make no sense because I use it every night. I mean, I don't... I like the thing with the Cpap that you'll realize once you get a Cpap machine, if you have to get a Cpap machine, is it's one of the few things in this world that a doctor recommends that actually fucking works. You know, a lot of times doctors and medical professionals will, you know, recommend shit that really don't make no difference. You know what I'm saying? But I can honestly say that this Cpap makes a difference when you sleep. And you can ask any truck driver that's on, I guarantee you they'll say it makes a difference, you know. And the thing is, man, it's just like, I told them, like, the only thing I could think of that would make me not be at the readings is when a lot of times at the port, when you're coming home every day, like I've spoken in the previous videos about being home, is that you'll get home and you'll get home so late and have to wake up so early. By the time you take a shower, eat something, and maybe sit still for 30 minutes, you really got 5 hours of sleep. And out of that, you may stress that out if you got kids. You know, you may spend up some time with the old lady, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you may sleep for 3 hours, 3.5. So that's the only thing that I could think of that will have my numbers, the average numbers, the readings down, because it's not that I wasn't using it. It's just maybe some nights I won't sleep in the full 4 hours, you know, or I was too close. I don't know, whatever. But nonetheless, they told me that I was close. You have to be at 70%. They told me I was at like 60-something%. I'm like, well, you know, like, you know what I mean? I'm close. Just give me like a 90-day card so that I can, you know, have some more time to do the full 90 days. And by the time the 90 days come, that number should be up. Because the crazy thing was, they told me I was at like, I think it was like 63% for the past 30 days. But then for the past 7 days, I was at like 86%. I'm like, how the fuck is those numbers those numbers so different? That don't make no sense. So how is it for a week, I'm using the 86% according to your numbers, but then for the last month it's on 63? Whatever. So I was upset, you know what I mean? Like, they gave me a 30-day card. I didn't even know you could get one for that fucking short. Who going on the road for 30 days? You know what I mean? Most companies gonna put you on safety hold a week to 2 weeks prior to your DOT expiring. You know what I mean? Because they don't want you to get caught out there with a truck with a load. You know what I mean? And so when I went back to Swift, because we drove, the building was separate buildings. Of course, they tell me they require a 90-day fucking 90-day DOT card for them to qualify you. So basically, they told me they couldn't hire me. You know what I'm saying? They're not saying that I'm not eligible. I can't ever come back. They just said I can't be a driver until I get my readings correct. And I said, yo, something of it just don't make no sense. don't make sense. So I came home, and I ain't gonna lie, I kind of got a little panic mode because I didn't quit this port job. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really have nothing lined up because I kind of, was like, my mind was made up about going back with Swift. And so I had called different companies. I had talking to Martin Transport. I've been talking to Leonard Express. I was gonna make something happen. And I really didn't want to do that because it's getting to the point with my job history. It's already not, the best. But to go to either one of those companies, man, they would have just put it at a whole nother type situation where, you talking about what, 5, 6 jobs. I won't try to do that, man. At least with Swift has been the company that I've been most consistent with. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, I've been with Trans Am, I've been with Abilene, I've been with Great Wide, but with Swift, I've been with Swift longer than I've been with all those other companies combined. You know what I mean? So Swift is really I feel like the better fit for me. I know some people gonna take that with a grain of salt. I don't give a fuck. But anyways, so I was home for 2 days. I came home Monday afternoon, home Monday night, home Tuesday night. Today's Wednesday. And I woke up today, man. The son just told me I had an interview for FedEx, pulling doubles. That shit went all right. They was gonna run the background or whatever. But son told me to call the sleep people because something ain't make sense to me. You know what I mean? Like, I know I have been using this machine. You know what I mean? So lo and behold, I called the people and I asked them. I said, "Can I get my 30-day readings emailed to me? I want to know if I'm compliant." Will y'all believe they sent me that shit that I'm right at 70%? I said, so you telling me in these 2 days that's passed, I done went from not being compliant to now I'm compliant? She said, yeah, you're right at 70% for the past 30 days. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to post that picture like right here. Alright, so if I did it right, y'all should have seen the picture, and what you should have seen is where it say, like, I think the for the 28 to 30 days it says like 90-something%, and then you'll see like 21, I think it's 21 days that I used it for over 4 hours, and it says 70%. Yeah, so, and that was of today's date, you know what I mean? So she said as long as I use it from tonight going forward, I should be good. You know what I mean? So scheduled everything back with Swift. Long story short, scheduled everything back with them, told them. And I told them, I'm like, man, it's stupid as fuck, because I could have finished orientation, did the DOT today or tomorrow, and then been good to go in a truck. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Shit happens. So yeah, man, almost didn't get back on, man. Almost got delayed, and I would have been highly upset, or I'd have moved on and went to another company, because different companies got DOT physicals be different. And I know they all say they the same, but some companies don't even care about that deal. I mean, that sleep study shit. They don't measure. They don't even say nothing, because what they do is you'll get your DOT physical on your own. So depending on the doctor you go to, they don't do all that extra shit. But when you go with the mega carriers, man, you know the mega carriers, P's and Q's. You know what I mean? So, but this video 13 minutes long. I'm finna hop up off it. That's what happened, man. You know, my health is getting better. That's the bright side. You know, blood pressure coming down. Hopefully when I go do this DOT physical again on Monday, I have another good DOT physical. Because the DOT, if it was just up to the DOT physical part, like the actual readings there, you know what I mean, like the blood pressure, I have a year card. But because I got that Cpap and that Cpap shit, man, and I'm not mad at the Cpap and all. I'm not going to do like the, oh, ooh, fuck the ELOS, fuck the Cpap. Hey, man, it's just a bad situation, you know. Couple days difference and we bad good. So that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get in this truck, you know what I mean, with Swift, get back to this real money, and keep it moving, man. You know what I mean? But just know, if you got that CPAP machine, make sure you using that shit, man. You know, don't play with it. Don't try to sleep on it 4 hours and then take it off. Man, if you sleep for 10 hours, sleep with that bitch for the 10 hours. Like, for real. Because it ain't worth it, man. The feeling of, like, I had a small period of time on Monday where I'm like, yo, I might not be able to get a trucking job. That's not a good feeling. That's not a feeling you wanna experience, man, for sure. So, but as always, stay safe, stay positive, stay productive. God, family, truck, and we out.